Hi. Hi, everybody. Just going to wait for some of you to find me here. Let me know when you find me. Start saying hi to me so I know that you're there. Coming in a little bit later. Today we're rocking some Jesus Juju. Oh my gosh. Estefania, good to see you. Shauna, hi Shauna. Good guys. We'll get started in a second. Sometimes it takes people a little while to find me. So we're just going to like party down. How's everybody doing? Let me know. Um, Let me know how you're doing. Yay, you found me. Yeah, dude, I was like getting caught up in some Jesus juju. And so I meditated past 1 o'clock. I mean, I rarely ever do that, but it was so strong. So for those of you that are here today, we are gonna rock some juju. I always want to say Jesus juice, but like Michael Jackson totally ruined that one for me. If you guys remember that, holy sh! Wow, scandalous. So yeah, the Jesus juice has been strong, and it was really strong before I hit, started this live stream. And Jesus has some badass messages for us, and also some really beautiful healing energy to move towards you. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Corinne. You may have never seen me or heard me speak before. I'll give you a little, if you're coming to a Jesus talk, you might not be, or a Jesus healing, you might not be used to someone who speaks about spirit, Jesus, and angels, and sometimes cusses at the same time. So I just want to give you a little warning if this is the first time you hearing me. Usually it's completely in context. It makes total sense when it happens. Um, just letting you know that. I want you to know that Jesus is not the being that I usually lead with, It's like I work a lot with angels. I love angels. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling grounded and good, Louise. Um, so it's really special when I get to do the Jesus stuff, because when I do Jesus, it's because Jesus is like really present and saying, "Hey, I want to reach out to everybody." So he's been knocking on my door, and he's been knocking on my door for you, you know, to help you build a deeper relationship. So I also want to say that I am not a Christian. But I also want to say neither was Jesus. Jesus was Jesus. He was brand new. He was his own thing. Um, so so there's many people out there who reject the notion of Jesus and Jesus because of all the atrocities that have happened in the name of God, and under the name of waving the Jesus flags. And to be honest, that stuff is literally happening right now on the planet in our face. And so Jesus over the years has gotten a lot of bad press and continues to get a lot of bad press. And I'm here to say that he doesn't deserve all that. As usual, something good happens and people take something good and twist it, to suit their own needs, to help them feel better about themselves by maybe judging other people, or who knows, the list goes on. So the Jesus that I'm representing today is not that Jesus. The Jesus that I'm representing today is a beautiful, powerful, living force of love. There is no judgment. There is no hatred. There is no "you're going to hell if," when I'm connected with this Jesus. So I just want to make that separation for those of you who are maybe recovering, or people who have rejected notions of the church and religion. You've done it for very good reasons, but mostly what you've rejected is how man has manipulated that information and turned it against so many people and caused atrocities and killing and all of that stuff in the name of God. So that is a perversion of religion, and it's a perversion of any mystical art, and it happens in all the major religions. They turn the truth against the population to gain power. So I just want to say that The Jesus that I've been rocking over the years has nothing to do with that. It's all love. And in today's context, Jesus is coming through as a redeemer to help redeem all of us, whether no matter what religion you practice or you don't practice religion, um, to help us transform suffering. So if you have had any suffering, or maybe the planet's suffering, and maybe you're fine, but you're not digging what's going on in the planet, there's a lot to be butthurt about right now. You know, we got some pandemic rocking the planet, we got some social unrest rocking the planet, and a lot of other bullshit rocking the planet. So it was really special that Jesus came through for me on a personal level because I was really in a deep struggle. And I'll tell you the story about how he came. I was having a sleepless night, which I had had a few sleepless nights in a row, and I was waking up every 90 minutes and then staying up for 2 hours, and then finally I could fall asleep and for a little bit and then wake up again. You know, it was just like torture cycle, and I there was a lot, you know, a lot of layers going on about why I was super restless, but I was like begging. Look, guys, angels, whoever, help me out. And so I just like was like, and Jesus too. Like I got to call you by name because this is rough, this is deep, and I can't get myself through this. So, you know, have you guys had those nights, those days where it's just like it feels like you're being tortured emotionally, psychologically, internally? You just want to run, you want to cut and run. And I've had a long life of depression. You know, so struggled so hard almost every day. I wanted to die for probably about 15 years straight, 15 to 20, almost 20 years straight. And so we've all been there, here and there. And what is beautiful about those moments is that you got almost nothing left. You do have to reach out. So my depression has mostly gone away, right? But I still have my cycles. Every person still has their cycles, their ups and downs. And no matter what spiritual teacher you're talking to, they're totally lying if they say they cracked the code on that, okay? I know a lot of them. Okay, so I'm just saying, I haven't met one yet that's not like, oh, I know, dude, that sucks, right? So all humans, like ferociously human, no matter what people are saying in public, right? Just to make you feel better. So, so then Jesus came, and when he came, I started, of course, with when Jesus comes, and I just also want to preface this by saying Jesus is really here. The way he's coming through this week, or these last 2 weeks for me, has been a very alive, physical presence. So I want you to just become aware if you start feeling more grounded, more peaceful, more more open as we do this work. So I'm going to tell you the story of how he came. Then we're going to do a healing, and then I'm going to invite you to this Jesus workshop that I'm doing in a couple of weeks. That if you are really vibing on this Jesus awesomeness, and you really want to activate your healing gifts, I highly recommend you come. There's no better time for that right now. Anyways, so back to the story. So I'm like wanting to just, I don't know, crawl out of my skin and be a different person so I didn't have to deal with like stuff that was going on. And I do that, you know, when I'm triggered. I had a rough little childhood, and I get trauma, you know, I have trauma. And so I'm, you know, I get triggered, and then I'm turned into a 6-year-old, and there it is. So just, you know, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, so Jesus comes, right? Starting to feel all this peace. And I was like, hey, Jesus. And this wave of awesome washed over me. I still felt my desperation, my sadness, my grief, my fear, my terror. I still felt all of that, but I felt this other thing coming in, which was, you know, Jesus and all the divine support that I'd been praying for for a couple nights. It finally came in, you know. Um, and okay, sorry, I'm just catching up with these comments. Sorry, I'm not seeing all of them. So he comes to me, and he comes to me as a redeemer. You know, and I don't know a lot of the Christian, you know, I don't read the Bible unless I'm guided to read the Bible. Um, and he starts talking to me essentially about how he is for everyone, and that he and the way that he was saying it was not in this way of, "Oh, we must all convert and repent." It was just, it was this heart, this feeling of the heart, and how he can take our darkness, our suffering away and transform it. And so that is what he was showing me as the Redeemer, or the face that he wears as the Redeemer, and to help heal us from our struggle right now, in particular, right now on the planet. So as he's talking to me, he transforms into a giant eagle, and it was a eagle made of light. It was like almost like woven light rays, massive. And he shows me him and who he is in this form, and how he he spreads his wings fully over the entire planet. And he gave me the sense that he is here to shield us, so not just a redeemer, but shield us from the harshness in life. I want everybody to take a few breaths and start inviting this energy in, inviting Jesus in. Rachel, you're starting to feel it. So yeah, some of you are having issues with the sound, some of you are not. And Jeff saying he's not Christian either, but Jesus came 2 years ago out of nowhere when he was at his lowest point. I still cry every time I tell the story. Yeah, I understand, Jeff. I've had a few moments of divine intervention in my time, some by the angels, and this one was by Jesus. Let me just say that my work with Jesus over that 2-day period, 3-day period was 100% transformative. There was a significant rebirth in my heart and my mind. And I have been working closely with Jesus since, because Jesus is coming to me, and I'm going to keep saying yes to that. So he shows me himself as an eagle. And I was confused, because I was like, well, that's kind of shamanic, Jesus. And it's not like, again, what you learn in the Bible kind of thing, or not what like we grew up with. It's like, but he reminded me, he's like, I'm not just the son of the father, I'm also the son of the mother. And so it was him in his form as the and essentially the Christ or heart consciousness of the planet. So the son of the mother too, right? The goddess. And so he showed me both of his forms, and I'm deeply embedded in shamanic medicine and shamanic work and all of that. So I felt like he was giving me the grace of showing me, and showing me him in his other form, so that I could, the indigenous inside of me, because I got a lot of indigenous roots, could drink it in even more and say, "Oh yes, I can get down with that even more. Jesus, thank you." So he shows me him in his other form as the son of the mother, and I'm just saying it was illuminating, beautiful, and I could really feel the energy. So I'm here to bring you that image of him as well, for those of you who are struggling to heal your relationship with this energy, this Christ energy that's here, this consciousness that's here to really support you, that doesn't need a bunch of dogma wrapped around it. He's just here, alive, for you, right now. And Sandra's saying, I'm in tears already. Yeah. And so we call that I do a 6-month intuitive healing training. And I always tell people, when you're channeling Jesus, or when Jesus comes to you sometimes, because you start tearing up for no good reason. So we call that the Jesus effect. We call it the Jesus effect. So if you start tearing up, he's healing you, he's healing your heart. And again, this notion of redeeming. And he showed me, like, through his wings, there are rays of light that are touching those people who are willing to receive his gift, his grace, essentially. So the next part of the story is I had a radical healing. I'm still in it, which is why I wanted to do these events, these Jesus events, because one of the things that I know is that when I'm given a gift, it's good to share. And so I'm sharing this with you, even though this new layer of information is fairly new. I have been channeling Jesus for a long time and doing Jesus healing work for a long time. This is a new layer coming to the planet as we go through these big changes. And the big changes, the big cycle is imminent. You may have heard of the age of Aquarius, or the Toltecs talk about we're entering into the, is it the sixth sun? And that's all happening right now, like real time for us. So it's a good time to get redialed into our spiritual connections and to follow the light, not the false light that people are like, love and light and love and light. And then yet propagating all these like really intense, conspiracy theories, right? It's like, okay, I'm not talking about that light. I'm talking about the actual living, breathing essence that you can experience in your body and the cells of your body in full redemption, full rebirth. So I was like, just was it last week? I was rocking some Jesus energy. I wanted to call it Jesus juice again. Dang you, Michael Jackson, I mean. So I was out there meditating and the tears were flowing. And I was like, J Dog, you're here. That's my like affectionate term for Jesus. When I'm just talking to him, I call him J Dog. And so, J Dog, you're here. And then so I could feel him. And all the tears were rolling. And they said, look, they told me to look over to the hillside. So I look over to the hillside and the sun was there. And it was like the brightest freaking sun I've ever seen. Okay, like so cliche, right? And it was glowing and through the trees, and I could feel like zzz, like up and down, like goosebumps up and down. And they're giving you some of this energy now. Um, so I was like, okay, hello, Jesus. And they said take a picture. So I did. I took a picture. And the presence was just love and peace, and it was like so well received, and I felt incredible healing in my stomach and in my body, and like, wow. So anyways, I took a picture and I printed it out for you. You might not be able to see it or tell because it's a print, and pictures never look like what they actually look like. um, but you may be able to um, see this column of light here. What's this weird column of light with the cross, you know and then there's like the aura around you could probably slightly, it's a super light aura, but it's a light aura around this being that was standing at the hillside. And um and so when I took the picture, I could see, the white cross right away, and I was like, that is some Jesus right there. And so I couldn't figure out, when he first came to me, when he was showing the eagle, it was made of light. But it was rainbowish. It was rainbow light, but I felt like, I heard white eagle. But I wasn't sure, as we are all not sure, right? You guys can see it? Good. Yeah, check that shit out. But it's not just the picture, it was the feeling that came with the picture. Hi, Nadine. Oh, good for you. If you guys already love you some Jesus. Um, Beautiful. And if you're in the beginning of learning to fall in love with Jesus, then happy. I'm happy that you're here. So I like go through this huge experience yet again. This is like after a few days of talking to Jesus, feeling the Jesus and like loving up on Jesus. Um, so I go back to my car and I was parked right under, I mean, right directly under this giant thing that I didn't even see. But I walk back to the car and this statue, I parked directly right under, and it's like a 4-foot statue, guys. This white eagle, and and then I just can't tell you, like, I was like, I don't even know like what the words were, but when you're right in the right thing at the right time, when Spirit gives you the grace of knowing that you're on the right track and that you are in fact being healed and that you're not making this shit up, like it's actually happening to you. That is the kind of validation that I had this week. And that's why I wanted to do today's event for you. So I know, Rachel. I know, so crazy. So yeah, Jesus is also the eagle. So then what do I do? Guess what I did? I did a quick search for on the Bible. I did Googled it, which is what I do when I get symbols and I don't understand. So I decided to look to see if Jesus has any association with the eagle at all in the Bible, right? Um, and Natasha's feeling tingly sensations around your head. I'm telling you, it's a living presence that you can feel if you simmer down and invite it in. And I'm going to show you a powerful way that he taught me how to invite it in a second. So wait, if you can't feel it yet, just hold on. You might just be able to feel it in a second. So this is what I found about about the freaking eagle. Okay, hold on. Let me get my notes here. Okay, first of all, the first passage that I found was from Isaiah, verse, I don't know the numbers, but it's 40:3. Is it like chapter? I tell you, I'm no biblical scholar, which is, it's always hilarious when I'm guided to look in the Bible. So I love it. Okay, so it says, "They that wait upon the Lord." Okay, I want you to listen because this is for you. Okay, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Pretty cool, huh? Could you use some of that strength right now on the planet? Yeah, so when all that shit was going down, this is what was happening to me, and it made me feel so strong and resilient. I didn't get stuck locked into that dark vacuum that happens when news is happening. I kept my ground, man. So the eagle's mentioned in the Bible 34 times. And also something else that is significant. There's a lot that's significant. So, but I'm just going to read you that also in the book, um, that Jesus kind of gives a form in a few different ways. One is a lion, which represents strength. The other is man, which represents the highest intelligence and also the suffering that man endures. The ox is just the down on the ground, lowly service. And then the eagle is the last way that he appears as the Son of God, and that the eagle represents heavenliness and mystery and divinity. So those were just some that I needed to read to you about how the eagle is connected with Jesus, and how I feel it's really important for us to become, at least right now, become aware of the other aspect of Jesus as an aspect of the earth divinity, the divinity of earth, because we have these bodies as well that are enduring a lot. Oh, good point, Joanne. Significant that the America symbol is also an eagle. Yeah, cool, right? So, what I'm doing here is I'm walking you through my process as a mystic, as an intuitive, to also show you how you can do the same thing because Spirit, the angels, Jesus, they are communicating to you. It's important to keep your ground when communication is happening, okay? Because people can go off and just get so caught up in the ethers that they lose their freaking mind. So we don't want that. We want you to stay grounded and real world about this stuff. But when you are receiving energy, receiving out insights and downloads, right? Like, okay, eagle, Jesus, I don't get it, right? So I Google it. So Google it when those things are happening to you. But I will say that as Spirit has been initiating me over the last 10 years into the reality of Spirit, as a mystic, that the things that have helped me the most, the tools that have helped me the most was my intuition and learning how to trust it, and my healing ability that I had to learn how to actually unlock. And it was there. It's always been there, just like your healing ability is always right there. But those two things have helped me navigate 2020, you know? And I will say that the first decades of my life was a lot like 2020. By the time 2020 hit, I was like, "Oh, I remember this feeling. I used to live here for decades. Okay, great. We're going through it. Surrender, whatever, right?" So so those two things, the intuition and my healing abilities, have helped me break down crusty energy, have helped me go into delicious contact with spirit, so that I don't have to always just turn on whoever you listen to, Joel Olstein, or who are some other like more new agey people, like they're all, I can't even think of them right now, but so you don't always have to listen to those people, whatever they're saying, or people like me, so that you can start listening to your own guidance, following your own pebbles, and really embodying the energy. It takes a while sometimes for us to get activated and to really claim our intelligence, our spiritual intelligence, claim our healing abilities, claim our intuition. So those things are so important. So I am able to bring this information to you because years ago I started taking those two things seriously, and I started learning how to trust the guidance that I've been receiving, and sharing it with other people. So um, and Tara's asking, how did you learn to discern your intuition from your ego? Okay, first of all, it is two different energies completely. The ego, well, I can always tell you what the ego is going to do. The ego is there to keep you safe. So the ego will give you a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of negative feelings. Okay, like don't do it because it's scary. Don't get your own business, or don't get that loan to put yourself through school. So the ego is like, it's always going to push back no matter what. Your intuition is something in the beginning you can connect with your heart. Like you can actually start putting your hand over your heart and asking, what the truth is. Your intuition will often guide you towards sometimes scary like things, like new investments, or new things to do with your time, or new ideas about how you can change the world, or change, your intuition will always be guiding you, but your ego kind of will step in, and the doubts step in. So that's very basic discernment. But also the best way to know how to connect with your intuition and to know it was your intuition is to move in that direction anyways, you know? So if your intuition is guiding you to buy a hot dog cart, I always love to use hot dog carts as an example, guiding you to buy a hot dog cart, and but you're really afraid because it's a $2,000 investment or whatever, you don't have the money, you find the money, you drum up the money somehow, and but you're terrorized. So there's two things happening. There's one, the dream that's happening, and then the other one, the pullback that's going, don't do it, it's not gonna work. Always follow the voice that's wanting to party, that's wanting you to like go do something weird and fun and awesome, like hot dog carts. Fun, okay? Weird, could be liberating, could be financially liberating. Maybe I can quit my job at Target or Walmart or wherever I'm working if I have this cool hot dog cart. So you just move in that direction, uh, and then see if it works out. And if it doesn't, you just adjust. It's not really a big deal. So many people like wait to like find the perfect answer, and like don't wait to find the perfect answer. Just move in that direction. You have more strength and resilience if you're dialed into spirit. Period. They might not always tell you what to do. They're not here to tell you what to do. It's your job to do whatever you want to do, and then they come in and help you and support you. So back to the Jesus. Something else I want to say about intuition. Intuition is only half the equation. You have to balance your intuition with an excessive amount of intellect and logic. Okay? So some people go too far with the intuition. They're like, oh, I'm supposed to do that. But spirit could be telling you this is your 2-year plan, not your 2-week plan. So you have to like balance it out and go, okay, what's smart, strategic, and also where does the energy want to go? And then how can I take those micro steps to get there? Sometimes it is like a 2-week plan. Sometimes it's not. So always use your intellect and logic to get yourself through. That's something that often is missing in the intuitive communities. So I just need to say that. Balance it out, people. Stay grounded, like I said. Okay. So Jesus is here and here fully prepared to party with you. So I want to do the healing with you now. And I want you to prepare yourself. And it actually might be fun if you could stand up for this one. If you want to stand up so you can really feel it when he comes in. And it's also good because he wants to anchor you to the planet as well. In his eagle form. So whatever it is, whatever your struggle is, whatever your suffering is, I want you to have that in mind. Again, he's coming to us in the form of the Redeemer today, which is amazing. And I want you to imagine that you're standing in one world and that you're about to step into another world. But in order to step into that other world, you're going to need extra doses of support and shielding. And in order to step into that other world, you're going to have to let go of some shit. You're going to have to let go of some bullshit that you're holding on to, whether it's whatever it is you're clinging to, man. This is a really great opportunity to let it go. Working these energies is extremely magical and can be miraculous. So I want you to open up your mind to the possibility of a miraculous healing today. And that loved ones in your life that are struggling can be healed today. So I want you to imagine that giant white eagle hovering over you, bringing light to you, connecting you with its light of redemption. Whew, it's getting hot. Whew. I should have brought a sweat rag. I need a towel, boy. As we anchor you into this connection with Jesus, just connect with your breath. Now, with this kind of healing, I really don't want you to work too hard. Your job right now, this is what Jesus told me. You know how we ask Jesus to come into our hearts? Well, we want him to come into your heart. But right now, he wants you to bring him into your bones. He wants you to invite him into your bones. So you need to make space for him. So right now, ask to be released from any dark, old, stale, negative juice that you're carrying in your bones. And we're going to take that from you. And you simply ask Jesus to come live in your bones, to come to life inside of your bones. And this is what he had me do that very first night before I felt any healing. To make space for him in your bones so that you can channel this light, channel this love, be this love, actually embody this love. The love of Jesus is not an idea. It's an experience. Just like the love of angels, the love of God is not a concept that you find in books. It is an embodiment of a principle that is alive, very much alive. It saved my life many times now over the last 10 years. Most recently, about a week and a half ago. Even though I wasn't on the verge of death, I wanted to die. I just wanted to escape, you know. Bring him into your bones. Call him in closer now to you. And I'm going to hold this picture, and Jesus wanted me to keep my eyes open. Usually I close my eyes during these healings, but I'm going to keep them open for you. If you want to look a little bit here at the camera, we're sending you the Jesus. And just let that energy go directly into your bones, filling up your bones, we are to ask him to come live inside of us, to dwell, he says, inside of you, to help redeem you and lift you from the bones. We're going to sit with this energy for a bit. And you keep inviting him deeper inside of you. Deeper. Jesus, go deeper. Some of you might like the word Yeshua, the name Yeshua. I just had the other one in my mind. There's Yeshua. There's other names. Sananda is another one. Other names for Jesus. If you're uncomfortable with the word Jesus, Jesus doesn't mind. Change it. I mean, I just told you I call him J-Dog. Bring him into the deepest part of you, into your body, so that your bones are golden, golden with that awesomeness, golden with that light. Still sending you the love. Every single bone, your toe bones, okay? Down to your toes, your ankle bones, your leggies, your hips, your back. Some of you may actually receive significant physical healing from this as well. You can feel that, Patricia. Good. Who else can feel some? Sometimes the feeling can be very subtle. Maybe you just feel like you have more space, just more space in your mind, less negativity. Yahweh, yeah, ooh, good one. And if your palms aren't already up and open your palms so that you can receive the Jesus a little bit more. Some of you may not know how to really receive love. So first, let me connect you with knowing that it's possible and that you're worthy of receiving the love of the Creator, the love of life, the love of the planet, the love of the divine beings of love, and the love of Jesus. Stephanie's saying that her arms are full of goosebumps now. And now you ask even more. Come into my bones even more. Deeper. And be so, so grateful. Right now, he is just saying, just give words of gratitude for your life. I think this opens it up. Just be thankful right now. Thankful for your life. Thankful for the gifts that you have. Thankful that for your heart. Thankful for the blessings and the grace that you've been given in your life. All those beautiful, amazing moments where things worked out. And Lori's feeling the energy in the palms of her hands. So I'm going to talking for a little while, please do look into the camera as we send this Jesus to you. Ask to go even deeper, deeper into your bones. And you can ask him to be a channel. Help me channel this love. Help me be a channel for love, a better channel for love, a better channel for peace. Jay's getting nauseous. Yeah, that really does happen in light work, in work that deep healing work, shamanic work in particular. In shamanic work, getting nauseous during a healing is a good sign that the toxins are leaving. You're wanting to purge. So that's not a bad thing, girl. It's very powerful, actually. Thank you, Jesus. And so here's what I want you to commit to help anchor this. Okay, I'm going to put this down now. And I want to remind you about the eagle. So I want you to imagine that eagle hovering over you, okay, all day, possibly all week. But your practice is continuing to invite him into your bones for transformation, for redemption, for rebirth. And Tara's feeling it in her body, emotional, and feeling her body growing and expanding. Yes, it's lightening, right? So on the 23rd, I'm having it's called Unlock Your Divine Healing. And I would want today to just be the beginning for you. If you're going to work with Jesus, work with him right now, every day. For it's life. I mean, gosh, it's just so in alignment right now to work with Jesus. Just do it. Just do it. Work with Jesus, work with the angels. But on the 23rd, we're doing a very powerful deep dive. It's a 3-hour deep dive to really help you unlock your own gift of healing and to help deepen the presence, the relationship with Jesus, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Raphael. So I usually teach a 6-month intuitive healing training. I'm not doing that. I would have done it in fall. I'm not doing that. So this year, right now, I'm offering, usually in order to train with me, you generally would have to sign up for a 6-month training. This is only 3 hours, okay? So this gives you a perfect amount of time to open your heart, open your mind, to the living force of light and to the energy of redemption and healing and awesomeness. God, I'm telling you, this is what saved my life so many times in the past, and just in the last week is my ability to connect with Jesus and trust it. And so the let me see, if you go to unlockdivinehealing.com, it's on a Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be channeling. I'm going to teach you how to channel. I'm going to do some intuition activations for you so that you can feel and see better. You're going to practice moving Jesus energy to different areas of your life. We're going to work with Archangel Michael to help you cast away the demons, inner demons, outer demons, and work with Archangel Raphael to help boost your immune system, your physical health, your spiritual health, all of that. So 3 hours of party, of deep dive. I hope you join me there. And if you sign up, you get a free 30-minute one-on-one session with one of my intuitive healers that I've trained. So they can give you a New Year's angel healing and New Year's angel reading, 30 minutes. So please do sign up and sign up now. And it's going to be a two-way. So we're going to be looking at each other. I'll be able to see you. You'll be able to ask questions and that kind of stuff. So it's not just like a webinar style. It's like, like a workshop where we're going to, get together, get to work, and start unlocking our divine healing. And so Jesus started coming on strong. This is just the preamble right now. So we're building energy to get to that one event on the 23rd. So if you enjoyed today, if you like the information that came through for you today, there's going to be more of that, but like on tap, like on like, love steroids. So please do join us there. Rachel, you signed up. Oh, I'm so excited. Yay. Yeah, I know we have a lot of people signed up already, and we're looking forward to more people who are feeling called to deepen their connection with spirit in a way that builds confidence for yourself, for your life, and for the choices that you're making as well. So much love to each of you. I put the link up at the comment up top so you can check out the page, check out what we're doing there at the top. So it's unlockdivinehealing.com. You can check everything. You can check it all out there. And I hope to see you there. So much love to you and Jesus. It seems like a lot of you could feel some action happening for you. Keep it going. Chastity, yay. Yeah. Come. All of you guys. Oh, Rafaela. Good to see you. Wet feels nauseated too. Yeah. Yeah. So take it easy today because that was a lot of a big dose of juice for you guys. Drink a lot of water. Take it easy. Rest. Keep calling him in, even if you didn't feel anything, because that's what happened to me. I didn't feel anything. I mean, I felt a little peace, a little something, but it was over the next several days, like next couple of days, where I was like, I feel 100% different about that situation. Thank you, Jesus. So keep doing it. And if you really want to anchor it in, do join us for Unlock Your Divine Healing with the Jesus, with the Archangel Michael, and with the Archangel Raphael. So much love to each of you. I know there's a lot going on. We're doing our best to support you along the way. And thank you, Jesus. Angel and Jesus Juju coming at you, everybody.